Do you like basketball? Basketball, no. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
So, do you know the girl on TikTok who runs with people? She's like, "Hey, do you want to run 5 miles with me?
But,
or
like,
whatever? Or can I join you?"
Does she do, like, celebrities sometimes?
Yeah. Like she interviews people while running with them.
Yeah, I think I've seen. I swear I saw her one with like Casey Neistat maybe or somebody. I don't remember.
Probably.
Yeah, I think I've seen her stuff before though.
Yeah, she's really big on TikTok, and it'll be like, would you run 2 miles with me? And then she just interviews them while they're running. Her latest video, you know who she did it with?
Kamala Harris.
No, Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary for Trump.
The press secretary right now, that blonde lady?
Yeah, she went to the White House. Like, I get a bunch of people got invited to the White House. She didn't even run. She just walked her around the White House.
Can we go
and
on a
she showed
walk
her.
with you? That's crazy.
She showed her the propaganda. Like, she's like, here's my poster that says, "The legacy media always lies." And stuff like that. And all her comments are so mad.
I fucking bet. That's crazy.
She keeps liking ones that are like, oh, she can interview Tim Walz, but she can't interview Caroline Leavitt.
Wow.
So centrism is dead in this country.
So I can't see both sides of the issue? Wow. Okay. Wow. I want kids to get free lunch, but I also think we should spend $1 trillion a year on bombs and missiles? Wow.
I'm not kidding. I think if I were in charge of the country, I would make concentration camps, or really conversion therapy camps. You know how they try and shock the gay out of people?
Mm-hmm.
I would do that for the entire country, but with centrism. I would just shock people until they renounce centrism. I'm like, yeah, you can be a bad guy. You just have to own it.
They just come out of like the ice water bathtub. Oh, I'm a fascist, and you're like, yeah, finally.
Yeah, you are. I knew.
I knew. It's fine. That's okay. The first step is admitting it to yourself.
And we got Saquon Barkley playing golf with Trump.
Oh my god, guys! I
don't get
it.
Office. He's the president.
I played around with Obama and nobody said anything, and it was like, well, maybe that wasn't incredible either. But like, this is the climate right now. You have to expect this.
Yeah, I'm okay if everyone wants to get mad at you for playing golf with Obama, but I don't want either one to celebrate. Imagine if it went the other way. Like, imagine if he spit on a garbage man, and then people are like, hey, that guy's got kids. He's a nice guy. He volunteers. He's like, I disrespect the office.
I don't respect the office. That's cool.
It's a lowly position. It means nothing to me. I don't care who's in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of to get like, if you're like, hey, okay, whoever is the president is worth my time. You are kind of assigning merit based on job and everything at that point. So like, second grade teacher, I'll kick you in the head. Get away from me. I'm not trying to talk to you right now.
I don't speak to Walgreens cashiers. Here's my card, and that's it.
Can I help you find anything? Walk into traffic, pal. I'm not. No, you can't. It's a CVS. I'm not stupid.
And I gotta think at this point, like, it's gotta be like people's Instagram feeds or something, just making them think it's normal. Like, they're like, well, it's both sides. There's so much stuff from their side being pushed on me, so I bet everyone thinks like this. And then once you bring it back to the real world, it's like, oh man, everyone's so mad at me.
Everyone's so mad at me. Yeah.
Why do they keep bringing up El Salvador? I'm not even from there.
Yeah, what the hell? I've never even been, guys. And so it's like, if you want to get upset with that, like, I don't condone everything, okay? But yeah, there's a certain level of respect that comes along with being the president of the United States. I have to play 18 holes with him. And I mean, what do they talk about? What could they possibly talk about for 18 holes of golf besides like where to stash your money offshore or something?
Well, Trump is a funny guy. Maybe he's people do like hanging out with him. He's out of like, It would be much more shocking if it was like JD Vance. I don't know what you talked
Yeah.
to JD Vance about for 18 holes, but Trump, and he's been like a celebrity before, so I bet he's got some good small talk game. And he's like, you and those quads, what do you do to work them out?
What do you
And then
do
he
to
gives
work
him his
them
routine.
out? He's probably so like just mean to other people, like people who aren't in the room, that it's funny. Where he's like, you know, JD Vance's wife, her quads are bigger than that. She's a freak or something. Yeah. Who did Trump say that to? That like still just fucking bent. Then was it Ted Cruz where he's like, your wife's a pig or something? And he
Yeah.
was like, yes sir, thank you sir.
Yes, sir. I'm on my knees for you, sir.
Yes sir, yes sir. Well, speaking of pigs, animals, I guess 100 men versus one gorilla. What do you think? I'm curious to get your take on this. What have you? I'm sure you're familiar with the debate
Yeah.
by now. What do you think?
Yeah, it's been pretty beaten to death. I'll tell you what, it really depends on the 100 people. If it's 100 of me, we're not getting that
100
down.
regular average people.
What's regular average? Like
190
an average
pounds,
person.
like five.
Average
like
person
5'8".
is not. Average person is not bold enough to attack a gorilla.
To me, again, this is. They're gonna die otherwise. This is like, I don't know, because first of all, I'll say this, and like, you don't care. I've been like locked in to like 100 comment threads. All of the pro gorilla sides are giving such massive advantage. They're like, yep, no terrain. It's like, it's not just no tools. It's like, no, you're in like a liminal space where nothing exists besides you or these gorillas.
Because I was thinking like 100 people just picking up rocks in a circle and pelting.
Easy. The gorilla's
Yeah.
getting washed. I mean, that's no question. It's like you have to stack the deck so pro gorilla that like, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, like 100 people would be disfigured, mauled, like it would be carnage. I'm just saying, I don't think that gorilla takes down number 100 and is like still breathing. I think they get it done. But yeah, that's just what's been on my mind a lot lately.
100 people versus a dragon-sized dragonfly. No, you're gonna need 1 million.
Well, that's different because it can fly and it's the most, it's
And it's the best change of direction.
It's the who's the most like high efficiency kind of like role player out there? What are we thinking? It's like the Nas Reed of animals, where it's like, fuck, dude.
Oh, dude,
1,000,000% true shooting in the fourth quarter. Damn
yeah, did you see that hoop venue video? He was like, yeah, Nas Reed's averaging 115% true shooting in fourth quarter. This is crazy.
Yeah, that shit killed me. I mean, he has okay. Hey, only 7-minute intro, but it is a Wednesday, so it's not like this needs to be, it's not like we need to completely fill it out here. Do you want to get into shit?
And we're in the offs,
We're in the offs. There's a lot to get into. What do you want to talk about first? You lead the way.
No, I don't know. I didn't write any notes. I was like,
well, this is
we're
riffing.
Just gonna free ball.
It's off the
cuff.
cuff.
All right, who played?
Who played? He doesn't even know. You son of a bitch.
Well, you got to realize, for guys who stay up all night, that's like years ago for me. Like you watched, you went to sleep, and you woke up, and it was like, oh my god, remember that? That just happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I lived a whole life since the game was over.
What did you do?
Had a Mexican version of Hostess Cupcake. Had some coffee. Watched some YouTube videos.
Oh, dude, you know what I was watching the
Colin
other day?
Murray Boyle's film.
After Dame got hurt, I turned off the game and I put on Akira, and I was like, damn, Pablo does not know ball. This movie's so good, dude. Holy shit.
That would not make you feel better about Dame.
It did. I mean, I wasn't trying.
Why?
I wasn't looking for a movie that was like, hey, it's okay that this guy got hurt or something.
Yeah.
I just went
But
on
that's
to,
not even like a feel-good movie.
It's like a cool movie. It's like, damn, this shit's getting
God,
wicked, dude.
It could have been way worse for
Could
Dame.
have been way worse. Dame, imagine you're in a motorcycle gang in the dystopian future. Cityscape, baby. Vaporwave. It's literally Blade Runner animated. Oh my god, it's so dope.
All right, so we may as well start there. Rest in peace, Bucks. Rest in peace, Dame.
Yeah. So this is like a double rest in peace because before we even get into the Dame strip, Game 5, Bucks had it locked up. It was very much a Pacers kind of came out of the gate slow, and the Bucks were going to steal a game that the Pacers should have gotten, and they were up 7 with 40 seconds left in overtime. Gary Trent had like really stupid back-to-back turnovers, including the ball going through his legs. Tyrese Halliburton scored 5 straight points. The Pacers ended the game on an 8-0 run, and they won. They won the game in overtime, and Giannis, incredible display of discipline as Tyrese Halliburton's dad like Fortnite emotes on him after the game. 100 Tyrese Halliburton's dad versus 1 Giannis. Oh my God, you're gonna need backup.
Oh, yeah.
Giannis, hey. Halliburton's dad is braver than me because Giannis was like in his face, but still a dick move. I don't know. It's just bizarre to like insert yourself into your son's moment like that. What are you thinking about all this?
I don't know. I think everyone needs a dad like that. So we have Halliburton, whose dad is on the sideline.
Also, clearly, like, it makes so much sense why Halliburton acts the way that he does. Now that we've gotten like this insight into everything.
T. Morant, we have him on the sideline for the Grizzlies game. So we need just every star player needs their dad there, and they need him wreaking havoc. And we need their dad to yell at the other guy's dad. And if they don't have a dad, get a father figure in there, someone, and we'll just have wars, proxy wars. You know,
They should get T Grizzly. They should restart the T Grizzly Shannon Sharp beef now. And T Grizzly's just
wait, T. Morant or T. Grizzly?
Oh shit! I'm tripping. T Grizzly's from. Is he from Memphis?
Well, I think so. Yeah.
Well, obviously that's the rapper. I know that. That was a stupid Freudian slip. T Morant, my fault. Versus Shannon Sharp now.
T. Morant looks like Usher.
Yes, yeah. And so T Morant's on the sideline, just like, hey. You're weird, buddy. You're weird. Oh, my son. You're mad at my son for basketball reasons? You're weird in real life, dude.
Whose dad? Was it Anthony Edwards' dad? Did he sit next to Anthony Edwards' dad in a series years ago?
It's possible. I don't really remember that much about Anthony Edwards' dad, like in the limelight sense.
Yeah, no. But T. Morant sat next to someone else's dad over the course of a series. So who have the Grizzlies played? I don't think it was anyone.
They played the Wolves. They played the Lakers. They played. Oh, fuck. Did they play the Pelicans? Am I making that up?
I don't think so. Because the Pelicans haven't made the playoffs. I think they've only made the play-in, and they lost to the Lakers.
Lakers. I don't know. Well, regardless, maybe he did, maybe he didn't sit next to someone's dad. But so everyone needs a dad like that. That's your take.
And I want LeVar Ball on the sidelines with his foot missing. I want Dion there because Shadur. He might not get in the game for a while, so Dion just pick up someone else, like he did with Travis Hunter.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts about the actual basketball, or just dad stuff?
So we got another. So Gary Trent popped off again. Correct?
Yes. It was a second. I tweeted out.
30.
Gary Trent got 2 30-point games in the playoffs before Jamal Murray got 1, and then I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happened with that.
So are we reconsidering leaving because we have to stay with Gary Trent?
He's the co-star now?
Yep, he's the new. And imagine when Dame gets back the year after next.
Oh my God.
But yeah, this team is pretty much done. I mean, you got 30, 20, 13 from Giannis on 17 shots. And yeah, it doesn't matter. So really, the only path forward for this team is to blow it up. But
they don't control their own draft pick until 2031.
Yeah. So what do we have here? We have Giannis. That'll get a big package.
Giannis will get you. It'll get you a fair amount. I wonder. is this like we always throw the phrase bidding war around. I wonder if this is the first time in a while that we'll see like a legitimate like crazy haul because multiple teams are trying to get him. Because obviously, like Durant goes to Phoenix. That didn't happen because he was like, I only want to go to Phoenix. Similar thing with like Jimmy Butler, and a few other guys. But like Giannis, it's incredibly rare for someone this good to be on the move at all. But especially without like we haven't gotten any news about like where he might like to play or something like that. So maybe that'll come out in the coming weeks, months, or whatever. But yeah, Giannis, it could get crazy. I feel like,
Yeah, and if he goes out west, oh my god,
dude, you
we're in
think
for
talking about
another.
the East is bad now? Oh my
Oh
god,
my god, it'll be sick though if he goes to the Wemby. No, I don't know. He's a very interesting piece because it it will. There's like no price point that's too much for this guy. Like he's
how old is he? 31.
Is he even?
Let me see. I'll look it up.
30.
Dude, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like legit, top two, top three player in the world. And like I saw a Rockets fan on my timeline who, no hate to that specific person, but they're like, well, Şengün and men are untouchable, and I'm just like, dude, it's I get it, I get being attached to the guys that you farmed or whatever, but there is nothing that's too much to get this guy on your team, especially if you could pull the trigger and just like plug him in and have like the same framework that the Rockets have right now, like all of the same role players or most of them. That would be fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the kind of fit that would be good for him. 'Cause like I said, I'm doubting his scalability, so I'm not loving a fit right now. Maybe I'll think about it more and change my mind, but I don't love OKC for him.
Him and Shea would be in. It'd be weird. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't work, but like a lot of the same spaces are being occupied, and neither are like a phenomenal passer playmaker.
Yeah, I feel like it's much more Steve Nash and Dirk than it is Kevin Durant, Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Houston, it would be just a great defensive team with this guy who can just carry, hopefully, just raise your floor offensively. If you swapped, well, no, so obviously if you swapped him up for Şengün, you think they'd beat the Warriors?
Probably. Yeah, I mean that gives them, as far as I'm concerned, far and away the best player in the series. A much
Well,
more,
all right, chill, don't say it like that, dude. It's Steph
but
Curry.
hey, Draymond Green versus Giannis would be very interesting. It would be very. I think it would be a good. I think like Giannis would still dominate. It'd be crazy, but it would be a good test of like how much, Giannis's touch and stuff. Like Draymond would get to spots so early that Giannis would be doing a ton of the, bending around him, using the wingspan and everything to like get the ball up on the glass. It'd be a crazy matchup. But yeah, I think the Rockets probably win. But even if that's wrong, much more competitive. Like it's going
Yeah.
7.
And as stupid as it sounds, I do feel like taking a men off this team kind of puts a big dent in everything they do. I feel it's the same with Jalen Suggs. Like when you take Jalen Suggs off the Magic, I'm like, ooh, they're still a good defense, but they lost the guy. And
Yeah.
Amen Thompson, you're losing. Is it fair to say the best perimeter defender in the league? Who would you have anyone above
Caruso
him?
is up there. Caruso is up there. And I don't know. I think if you want to say like, I think perimeter, I like Caruso more, but Thompson, you get like, okay, we're getting what, 90, 85% of Caruso, and then it's also like I'm I'm one of the best help side rim protectors in basketball on top of that. And so yeah, like it's instrumental to how the Rockets play defense. Him, and you still have Tari Eason. And so like
Yeah.
I think if you can keep Eason, the framework for how they play, it's still possible, but you just have it's just this massive advantage that you're cutting in half at that point. It would be different for sure.
Yeah, they still have Eason. They still have Dylan Brooks. Who else do they still have that I'm not thinking of? Jabari Smith. Maybe,
Yeah.
Unless the Bucks take him, and he's had a pretty good series.
He has.
But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. Yeah, it does nerf my excitement. Maybe I'm underrating Giannis. I don't know. But if it was just clean swap like Şengün and picks for Giannis, which it probably can't be,
It would work.
Şengün and Van Vliet.
Yeah.
But who else can put together a package? Obviously the Nets.
I have.
But it's like how do you build out that roster?
I have 6 teams here. Houston's one of them.
Sorry, Bucks fans. The body's not even cold.
I mean, yeah, well, it is what it is. I feel like if you want to talk about like striking while the iron's hot, 18 podcasts went up the second Dame started limping off the floor.
Yeah.
Like this is the thought that everybody immediately had.
They're just out of chess moves. There's no trades
and
to
dude,
be made.
What's crazy is, let me pull up their payroll real quick. I swear
Dame is like your retirement plan. That's like don't worry guys, I have this house on the beach and it's still valuable. And then it's like, oh no, sinkhole opened up. Sorry, you're donezo.
Yeah, so Brook Lopez is a free agent. Bobby Portis has a player option. Pat Connaughton has a player option. Kevin Porter Jr. has a player option. Jericho Sims is a free agent. Taurean Prince is a free agent. Gary Trent is a free agent for the Bucks.
Do they have their pick next year or no?
No, I don't think
it's
so.
Unprotected?
Let me see. Bucks.
That would be epic to just sign no one next year. Just go to immediately the worst team.
Immediately. 2026. Pelicans have a swap outright. There's no protections. Pelicans get the swap.
Oh, okay.
Get Zion some help. Get Zion a Boozer or whoever's up there.
Zion and Cooper get some help. But yeah, is it AJ? How long is AJ Green under contract?
Green, he's got 1 year left on his deal. So I mean, you could get something for him, I guess, if you're just trying to like shop everything. But holy fuck, 42 mil to Kuzma over the next 2 seasons after this. That's crazy. Yeah, it's just desolate. It's a very desolate situation. Yeah. So sorry to Bucks fans. It's unfortunate. It's sad. It's sad for Dames. That's who I feel really bad for. For Bucks fans specifically, it's like, I'm not emotionally invested in that. But like Dame, dude, at his peak, like hot hand Damian Lillard, that was like one of the most fun watches in the league. It's just like, oh shit, 5 minutes left and Dame just hit like 3 straight threes or something. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll be respected properly once he's gone.
No, he's one of those guys that like, especially with how bad the quote unquote one chance he got at it was, which that Warriors Western Conference Finals where the Blazers were up like 10 points in every game and then Steph just kind of walked them down. I feel like people are gonna look at that and be like, yep, got the opportunity one time, fucking smoked it.
Yeah, and people remember that Pelican series where he got wrecked, but he got way better after that.
Yeah.
I think he's so good. Like historically, he's probably like a top 5 point guard ever. I don't even know.
Oh, okay, calm down.
He's
down.
so good.
Calm down.
Who do we got? So we got like Magic, Steve Nash.
Magic, Nash, Steph, Chris Paul. What do you think? Hey, you'll probably kill Russell Westbrook. You'll take.
He's very clearly ahead of Westbrook for me. Like it's not a discussion. It's like I don't know how it could be when they matched up at their peaks. with
He was
comparable
hurt.
talent.
He was hurt.
Westbrook probably had
He
more
was
talent.
hurt. Paul George
Who
was
was hurt?
Russell
Paul
Westbrook
George
and
was-
Paul George were hurt. Whatever.
No,
That's such a I guarantee there are other head-to-head matchups that didn't go the way you like. You're like, yeah,
But no,
it just doesn't matter. That's not the end all be all.
I don't know if Westbrook was hurt that series.
I feel like he
Paul
was.
Paul George, I think, had a shoulder.
Yeah,
thing.
Paul George definitely was. I remember specifically like the shoulder injury that he had. I just feel like Westbrook was hurt. Regardless, Dame over Westbrook. It's fine if you.
Westbrook is like Sabonis to me.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's fine if you want to say that. I would probably legacy-wise take Westbrook still, just because
That's
I've
crazy
well,
though.
like
you
earlier,
would pick him
earlier.
What year Westbrook?
Earlier Westbrook, like before we got into this fucking like this whirlpool where like you're a boat passing like the whirlpool and you get caught on the edge and he's like, oh, 30, 10, and 10. This was sick. I could do this every night. And then you start spinning further and further around it. And it's like, yeah. But like when they were, I don't know, making deep playoff runs with Durant shit, he was a good basketball. He was an incredible basketball player back then. And I think the way the game moved a little bit definitely shifted the favor towards Dame in terms of like him being that caliber of 3-point shooter at that moment in time. That's like perfect. It's like him and Steph as far as like volume, distance, 3-point shooting goes.
And Harden.
Yeah, Harden too for sure. But I don't know. I don't think it's like a wash like that, and I certainly think the Sabonis comp is a bit fucking much.
Well, so he was a better defender back then, like in the Kevin Durant days?
Infinitely. Like, if we're talking, like, the best version of Westbrook, like, the best two-way version, Westbrook was a great defender, dude.
Yeah. But he's always been a terrorist on the offensive end. Like, even going back then, it's like, God, why does this guy take the ball from Kevin Durant so much? Like, how many first-take segments back then were, like, Westbrook takes the ball for the final shot. Kevin Durant looks upset.
Kevin Durant's
in the side.
soft.
Is this the nail in the coffin?
He's got to demand the ball. He's got to be an
are they
alpha.
done
Maybe that's on Kevin Durant.
I think Westbrook is the worst high-volume decision maker in NBA history, like easily.
Okay.
There's no version of Westbrook I would take over peak Dame.
Hey, whatever. That's okay. So Westbrook. Let me think.
He's better than Stockton.
Well, I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's better than my toddler. Jason Kidd. Are you okay?
I don't think Jason Kidd.
If you're just gonna take that angle with everybody before like 2010, then yeah, he's probably top 5. Where you're like, yeah, kid, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he's so, and also he's like one of the most complete offensive point guards that ever came into the league. Like, as a rookie, he had it's like, okay, so this guy is a nasty shooter and he's a plus athlete who can get to the rim and like dunk on people. He's not that bad a passer. And I just think he's probably going to be lumped into like, oh, remember him and John Wall. And it's like, well,
that's the whole
step
thing
above
where it was
John
like
Wall.
And a good example of what you're talking about in real time was people being like, Kyrie or Dame? And it was like, Kyrie, sick as hell off LeBron. If Damian Lillard got to play with prime LeBron James, you would think he's like a demigod. It's insane. And I guess that we've just saw like, oh, he played with Giannis and he didn't look that good. But like, first of all, LeBron, much more portable. The scalability of LeBron next to a guy like Damian Lillard is not even comparable to Giannis. But second of all, yeah, like Dame was like a legit, low seed MVP candidate before that was really like a popular thing. I feel like after Westbrook won it, voters started to look around a little bit more and they're like, yo, Dame is doing some crazy shit here on the 8th seed. And, that only results in like a 7th place voting finish or whatever. It's nothing crazy, but he was crazy, dude.
Yeah, I just saw someone put like side to side his season not last year, the year before. I think his last year on Portland, next to Shea's this season. It was like the same thing, scoring and efficiency wise. But obviously Shea much better defensive player.
Yeah, Dame very poor defender.
Yeah, that would be the limiting factor. And then when it comes to him versus Kyrie, people who take Kyrie over him, I don't think, like, to me that's much more valid than Westbrook. Just because I do think Lillard would have killed next to LeBron. So because a lot of Kyrie's job was like, okay, just cook. And Damian Lillard could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyrie is, I think, like a better movement shooter, like running around and letting things go on the fly. And he's just very good moving off ball and stuff like that. And it is something we haven't seen from Dame. And the one time we did see it with Giannis when it was supposed to go well, it didn't. But it's hard to know. We'll really have to see Giannis in another situation to.
Yeah,
We'll have to judge that with hindsight one day. But yeah, I think, like, even if he's not top 5, like top 10 easy, and he's just so good, and like it's just so unbelievable that there was this guy who could pull up from half court or from like the logo consistently,
and he just didn't. He would never even entertain like hitting the panic button. Every year, no matter who was playing next to him, no matter if it was you and me. And Carson from Turd Sesh coming off the bench, he would go into the end of season press conference, be like, I fucking love this team. I love Portland. I will never leave. And it's just like, yeah, to have that caliber of guy and just like never. Really, when you think about how many competitive situations we saw him in, it's a testament to how good he is. Because, like, Portland didn't do nothing. I mean, shout out to, like...
They got a good offensive talent. Like, they did get CJ, and they were one of the better backcourts for years.
Robert Covington, I'm thinking? I don't know. I'm just, like, running
They had him at one point.
Yeah. They had guys. Like, they were trying.
Nurkic was okay at his peak. Well, he started with
That's
LaMarcus.
so crazy to be like, hey, Sabonis, throw him into the volcano. No, you could live with them.
Well, at his peak, he played okay defense, and he
was
whatever,
decent
man.
Pass. Whatever, man.
But what's it called? Yeah, he lost LaMarcus early on, and so maybe things look different if he stayed. And yeah, they really just never gave him the defensive talent to compete. And I mean, he, like we said, he's bad defensively. CJ is bad defense. You're starting 2-6. It's like Cleveland's backcourt.
And I would say that, like, CJ has really blossomed. No, not that he was never good in Portland, and not that he's like massively better now, but it's a little redundant to have like that much backcourt offense. Like, I feel the strat now is like, if you have that good of an offensive player, get him some help. Get him, a pick and roll partner and some catch and shoot guys or whatever, and like a supplementary shot creator, but spend a lot of assets on your defense.
Yeah. They had Batum for a little while. They had some guys.
They had Carmelo. That was fun.
And also, like, at the end of the day, it really is just like you're the same age as Steph.
You're not winning.
Yeah, it's like, no, Steph is just better. Like, even if you all had the same guys, but it's just you versus Steph.
That's really the unfair part of it. Is like, talking about that series that I brought up, where it's like Steph just walked him down. It's like, that's such a massive, like, thing to gloss over, is that Steph Curry is the one who beat him. It's like, yeah, dude, holy shit, fucking Shaq beat Tim Duncan a couple times or whatever. It's insane for that to be such a stick. Okay.
Yeah, it's like how no one cares about Clyde Drexler.
I have 6 teams here. Houston was 1, and then so 5 more. That Giannis, I thought it could happen. It could feasibly happen. Memphis is my second one. I don't have any trade packages written down here. I'm just like thinking it through in real time.
Would you take Jaren and picks?
Yeah. See, I want to think about this from both sides. Jaren and picks from Milwaukee's side. It's good.
It looks good on paper. Like, no one will, because owners want like this mythical combination. We got a great young player and we got a ton of picks, and it's not really out there for most of them. This would be that, but then also like, what are we doing? Well, I guess maybe you could flip Jaren again for.
But like, see, the problem here is no control for 5 years. There's not really a benefit to like bottoming out at this point.
Yeah.
And so it's like you're almost looking for a result that, you know, most of the picks you're going to get in any of these swaps aren't going to be great. I had faith that like if Giannis went to Memphis, you would not be picking in the lottery for the vast majority of the picks that you got in this trade or something. So you're almost looking for like a return that you can go out and be like, hey, you know, we were the 6th seed this year, and these guys have some promise, and like we could do whatever for a while.
Ja would get people watching. Like, you'd be excited about Ja, but he also misses games, and then I'm like, the people of Milwaukee might be worried about the gun.
Well, the people of Memphis, I mean, to get Giannis, they'd be fine with it. Then, I mean, that's really, it goes down easy. It's not like Luka for AD, certainly. Okay. Brooklyn has been like a heavy one. I really would not like that. I don't think it makes a ton of sense either. I don't know exactly what picks they have. If you're the Bucks, I would say this is your best option to like bet against a team and end up getting some lottery picks out of the deal. If whether like Brooklyn's bad or he leaves or whatever, it just doesn't feel like they're a Giannis away from even being like mid-tier competitive.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. It's there would just be no. It would just be wasting everyone's time, and they've gone down this road twice before, and have had to dig themselves out of it. So, with much more well-rounded rosters.
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
like,
shit, dude. Harden, KD, and Kyrie, like that is you're
and Jared Allen, and Claxton, and whoever else they had.
and Bruce Brown. I mean, shit, dude. Yeah, Orlando, the Magic.
Obviously, we would give up Paolo for him.
Yes, I think most people approaching this situation and Orlando fan, everybody else, not in our little
there's
echo
a lot
chamber.
of people who think like Paolo's young LeBron.
Well, yeah, everyone who's not in our echo, everyone's trying to give up Franz here. I think is
Okay.
probably the move. So that's what I'm just operating under. Milwaukee probably gets Franz back plus picks, maybe like Anthony Black and some stuff. I don't know. I like this. This is the best young player I think you're gonna get. Maybe there's one more down a couple teams that I'll talk about, but I think Franz from Orlando, as far as like, hey, we got 5 years and we're just like figuring this shit out. Can this guy be like a genuine All NBA level player? I definitely think that's in the cards.
I do think Jaren's better than him, and I think
I'm talking the youth of it all, though. I think what is there, full 3 years between them?
What draft is he? So Jaren was the youngest guy in 2018, and then Franz was 2021, but I think he might have been a sophomore.
Oh, shit. Okay, Jaren Jackson is 25. Franz Wagner age 23. Yeah, so a full 2 years between them. Damn. Okay, my fault, everybody. But yeah, I would still... 23 to 25 is a big 2 years to me, especially when you've been in the situation that Franz has been, where it's like, hey, literal terrorist won't give me the basketball right now. He wants No, just kidding, everybody.
This guy's scoring all the points, dude. And he's doing it, efficiently.
Oh, but he got hurt. I was literally doing all of that, and now I can't anymore.
He doesn't even play defense. My offense is worse for him because I got to play defense. It's easier.
Yeah, so I think Jaren's better right now, but I think prospect-wise, because I also think Jaren, the way he plays basketball, pretty reliable playoff dropper, I feel like. if like he became a guy,
Get him in a better situation.
like
No,
that.
but he's not a number one on a team.
And that's what I'm saying. I think Franz could become that.
There's a better chance at it, but I'm skeptical. But yeah, I would look elsewhere. But if they did it, I wouldn't freak out. If it was Franz, had a ton of. But also, so Orlando has no shooting at all.
Yes.
And they do not have a supporting cast.
Double
or other
down.
guys they do have right now. Double down. So
They're like the Kings, where it's like we're only taking middies. They're like, nope, we're only taking layups.
So, is there a quick fix where?
Get Gary Trent too.
Well, I'm thinking get AJ Green. Throw AJ Green in here. I don't know. Is there any Giannis and Paolo tandem that can beat the Celtics?
It could.
Well, not this Celtics, but they're
Next
going to
year's
die
Celtics?
eventually. So let's what's going to happen to the Celtics? Al Horford rides out into the sunset, even though I think he said he
Al
wasn't.
Horford,
Al Horford's
we kill him.
bad. He's bad next year. Tears his Achilles, and they say your Achilles was that of a 800-year-old man. It's amazing.
Your
it lasted
Achilles
this
has
long.
been mummified since Florida. How have you been playing?
Yeah. We lost this Achilles 7 evolutions ago. It's incredible you still have it. So he's gone, and then KP is gone, and are they the same roster, and then just shaky like
This
more
Magic
Hauser,
team,
more Pritchard.
they could beat them. Suggs healthy with Giannis and
Giannis
Paolo.
does give problems, and yeah, I guess so. Again, I would be extra worried about Paolo and Giannis fit. Like, what is
Buddy,
is
you
that
could
look
you couldn't
like?
play with Damian Lillard. We're figuring out the Paolo fit. Hey,
Well, Paolo would love it because Paolo would be like, "Well, I just gotta take
I
jumpers,
have
man.
to shoot these
I
jumpers
gotta-
now.
He's in the way. What the heck? What do you want me to run into him? His defender's right there. Come on." But that is like, that's an incredibly physically imposing. Like no one has the bodies for that.
Yeah.
like Tatum and Brown are both too small for both of those.
And
guys.
that would be like, you can get like either one a full 6 minutes of rest in any quarter and be like, hey, maybe the fit together in the fourth, maybe it's a little clunky, but for 3.5 quarters up to that, and you're just like rotating them out, and you're just like, okay, Giannis is fresh, now Paolo's fresh, now Giannis is fresh. That would be really tough. Like, nobody has the physicality to hang with that.
Yeah, so, and it is much easier to find just competent shooters around those guys than it would be for the Nets to be like, all right, we just need a perimeter ball handler who can also shoot and shot create, blah, blah, blah.
And defend.
If what's it called? If the Luka trade didn't happen yet, would you take Luka for him if you're the Bucks?
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like, okay, what do we do with this guy now? What are we building around this guy?
Around Luka?
Yeah,
I mean,
because you're kind of in the same spot, but I guess he's younger.
yeah, I mean that's it. Is I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
cool, I get another like top 5 player back. I'm talking about Franz
Yeah,
Wagner.
and
You're asking me if
yeah.
I'd take Luka?
Well, I guess it really does come down. If they had the ability to tank, I might pick tanking over Luka because it's like, well, I don't think I can get out of this hole.
I dropped the ball already with Giannis.
But yeah, if you don't have your picks, obviously Luka, and that's crazy.
It's like a beautiful woman. It's like, hey, handsome, and you're like, don't talk to me. I'll just screw it up. I can't. Get away from me, lady.
I'll probably call you a slut out of
Probably
anger
just
one day.
embarrass you. And you've
Probably
been
hate your
brainwashed.
mom.
Get away from me, lady.
Your mom will turn you against me. But yeah, that's so funny that if Nico just waited 6 months, no one would be mad at him.
And this
if
was
he
on the
traded.
horizon. This was like
Well,
a very much in the cards result. Like
This-
the Dame.
yeah.
The Dame.
You don't
part
need
of
a
it-
crystal ball.
Yeah, like the Damian Lillard injury that no one saw coming, but Giannis being gone, that was like everyone was already saying that kind of.
There would still be disappointment, and the people would still be questioning, like, I don't know. Luka's younger. He's like 5 years younger. What are we doing here? But it's like, well, the other guy's just as good or better. And defense wins championships. This guy's defensive player of the year. Anthony Davis never was. So, and Giannis is very healthy. So it would have been, oh my God, what a monster, Nico Harrison.
Well, it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a great testament is just the fact that, like, the Bucks have been fucking...
I think the Old Testament is a great testament. All right, carry on.
Pablo likes it when God's mean. No, but, like... The Bucks have been mid, and everyone unanimously the entire time has just been like, that's not Giannis's fault, dude. Giannis is so fucking good. And so, like, the Lakers have been kind of up and, like, I don't know. Yeah, that's really what differentiates AD and Giannis, is that Giannis is good enough that nobody ever fucking questions it. Like, he's that level of player. And AD's great. He's a top 10 player, but, yeah, that's just insane. Okay. So Franz, the other young player I'm interested in, and I know you've said you wouldn't do this if you were that team. Thunder give up J-Dub. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think I would just be in the minority, in like the corner of the room, where it's like obviously it would make sense to sink a ton of picks and J-Dub to get this guy who is
and Topic and some other shit. Probably. I'm just talking like the primary star return or whatever right now.
Yeah, and like you really can't fault them. Like it's the same exact thing as the Kawhi trade. Like no matter what, it's like you're going out to get a guy who's arguably, well, Giannis isn't arguably the best in the world to me. He's clearly not the best in the world to me. But
Pablo's racist, everybody.
But
That's
he's clearly number 2. And yeah, so if it was up to me, I would be more conservative. I would say, I don't know. I kind of like these picks going forward. I kind of like the thing. Well, I guess it'll really depend on the result this year. Like if we get to the second round and like you get bullied by Jokic somehow, and the corpse of this Nuggets,
that would be so sick. It's so fucked up that the Nuggets are doing this to me. Where it's like Jamal Murray 40 piece, and I'm like, yeah, guys, we're fucking back. We're back in it, baby. We're back in the title hunt, and it's like, oh my God.
Well, so then I would support it as I would actually trade Giannis for Giannis to be the Jokic stopper.
Yep.
I'm trading for him to guard Jokic. And that's it. But yeah, ultimately, I just really like this about the Thunder, and I think you nerf Shea. Like I don't know if there's a world where they enhance each other.
We got the guy who stands in all your favorite spots, so figure that one out. But okay, from the Bucks' perspective, would you rather? I guess if you could get OKC to bite, their return is going to be much better. Where it's like, J-Dub, I probably better than Franz right now. And then also Topic would be a sick add-on. And then they have like Magic picks are one thing, but the Thunder have picks from like straight up bad teams that they could give you. They probably
Who
have,
do you want? Opening the trench drug code.
What can I get for you? And it's like Brooklyn picks, Phoenix picks, fucking Jazz picks. Everybody's here.
Dallas picks.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be cool. And then the other one, if Giannis came out and said, I will only play for this team, theoretically the money could work and like draft picks and stuff. The Golden State Warriors.
Well, yeah, they just don't have anyone I want.
Well, no, from the Bucks, this is like if Giannis was like, hey, do it. Gun to your head. Jimmy Butler, it would work money-wise.
I'd be so upset. And they don't have, no.
I'm just saying, that's how I felt when Kevin Durant, everyone's like, yo, he could sign there. And I was like, he's not going to sign there, guys. San Antonio, Boston, there's so many places he could compete without doing that. Don't be stupid. And then I'm firing up the barbecue, and I get an alert on my phone, and
celebrating my independence, and then I find out I
got colonized by Kevin Durant. Wow.
No, but that would be a disaster for the Bucks because the Warriors don't even have picks, do they?
They have all their picks.
Okay.
Yeah, I was shocked how many picks they have.
That would be funny to buy into their deep future.
Hey, 2030, 2031 Warriors pick? I don't know.
2030 won't be a pretty year for the Warriors.
2030 won't be a pretty year for anybody.
OKC things will be pretty good for them still, probably.
I guess whatever. Okay, I'm done with the Bucks. That was like too much time. It wasn't too much. They had a lot of shit go down this week. Let me
And
timestamp.
who? So wait a second. Wait a second. So which guys on this team would you pillage? Other winning teams? That's like obviously if the Nuggets could, you'd be like, let me get AJ Green. I'll take that guy
Oh my
off
god,
your
it would
hands.
change my life.
AJ Green is incredible. Is AJ Green? Does the league respect him? Would you have to give up a first rounder to get AJ Green?
No, because the Bucks are stupid.
Yeah.
Bucks attach a first to get rid of him.
If I'm Orlando, I'm going hard after AJ Green.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Gary Trent, dude, genuine hot, insane shooter. Nuggets almost signed him. I swear. That would be really good. Honestly, if I could get like a scam deal on Bobby Portis, I know every time we talk about him, I say he's awful. We need a backup center. Could be
Off the bench, yeah, he's
could
much
be the
more.
move. Brook Lopez, limited run. Brook Lopez just ring chasing. Holy shit, that wouldn't be terrible.
I was thinking about him like, what if he went to the Celtics? Oh, that bastard.
Oh, that son of a bitch. Me getting mad at him in a scenario I made up. What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Like when people dream that their girlfriend cheated on them, or vice versa. It's like, woke up mad today because I thought of Brook Lopez taking a minimum for the Celtics.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If I could pillage anyone from this team, so that's Kuzma. No.
Dame for the leadership in his off here.
Yep. Dame, so my medical staff could get some practice in.
Oh, okay.
So they know how to take care of guys.
They know to rehab.
There you go. Who else was even on the Bucks? Am I tweaking?
Kevin Porter Jr. sucks.
Yeah,
Kyle Kuzma sucks.
awful.
Torian Prince, does he have any life left?
He's bad, dude. He is not good. Yeah, I think Gary Trent and AJ Green are the big names here.
Jericho Sims
Jericho
for the
Sims?
Lakers.
I'd rather have him than Kuzma, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, so, okay, I'm time stamping it. 51,
All right.
52. What do you want to talk about now?
Who else played yesterday?
So, Pistons force game 6 back in Detroit, and then we also have, I think, the Wolves-Lakers game. We did like a live reaction to it in the Patreon episode, but it's ended now, and we haven't really talked about it officially. And then we also have Clippers-Nuggets game 5, so you could have your pick there.
Oh, we also have Magic Funeral.
What's a Magic funeral?
They're done.
Ta-da! I made the funeral disappear. I made the body disappear.
Wait. So what was this game? This game I did not see any of it because
The Magic
was-
Clippers Celtics
the-
game?
because the Knicks Pistons was on at the beginning,
Mhm.
and then the second half the Nuggets Clippers.
It was called the
on.
bad sandwich game. You take the bad game, the bad game sandwich, not the bad sandwich game. You take the bad game, you sandwich it between two good ones. And people will try to tell you that just because Jason Tatum played incredibly well, this was a good game. Eat shit. I don't care. If we're talking 20 points in the fourth quarter, I'm not trying to watch that.
I left to get food, and there was they put like the score in the top right of the game that you're not watching, and it was like Celtics Magic
They were
tied at
tied.
70.
I
and
know what
something. I was
you're
like, oh
talking
wow,
about.
that's so interesting. And then when I got home, it was 120.
Celtics 1 million points. Orlando 75.
It's crazy. Yeah. So what even happened in this game? So so this is how the Celtics should exist. Tatum 35, Brown 23.
He's been
both
going off
efficient,
as a scorer. Jason Tatum has.
and then everyone else under 10, pretty much.
That's hard. I mean, a lot of people have been like, hey, it'd be so funny to follow up that run, that title run, where it's like, hey, he went 1 of 151 on mid-range jumpers over the course of their playoff run. It'd be so funny to follow that up with like just genuine great run. Past 3 games, Tatum 36 points, 9 rebounds, 37 points, 14 rebounds, 35 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. I mean, yeah, dude.
And that's against a good defense.
Yeah, no, I mean the Magic, they can guard. They are really good. And they're physical too. That's been like the chief complaint.
Jaylen Brown is like, this is not basketball.
If you want to fight, I'm like, dude, aren't you the like hardest post up guy in the league? You don't dribble. You punch people in the face. I don't know. I thought you'd like this.
But yeah, they're donezo. Is there? I mean, it's pretty simple with them. Like, they have two guys they think could be the guy. Just get shooting.
Yeah.
I think Zach Lowe said on his podcast they're like historically bad at shooting.
Yeah, it's like outlier. Like, it's like everybody, not like worst year of their career, but like everybody is just, yeah, it's nobody's ever been this bad at shooting before. So yeah, I mean, I really think that's the danger here, is like spending so long with Franz and Paolo in their formative years when you're trying to figure out, hey, who's the guy, what's the strategy for building a good team around them, blah blah blah, spending all that time developing a sample size that you can barely fucking use because there's no space for them to move around. That's the thing. Like, if you have to, and this also goes back to people being too attached, fans being too attached to guys that they drafted. And it's like, oh, Anthony Black, or we could get some spacing here. Jet Howard, or we could get some spacing. It's like, dude, sell whoever. Like, they need somebody who can hit threes. Ty Jerome would be sick. AJ Green would be super cool too.
And this is a team, I think there's a lot, I don't know if Jamal Mosley has actual heat, but I think there's a lot of heat from Magic fans, and like I think even Zach Lowe has said, like, I don't know what they're doing. And
well, they should not be this bad offensively. This is like, I think
it just does. There's not a lot of creativity going on.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's one thing to have bad offensive players, but to know that going in and have so much of the game plan be like, let's see if this guy can cook or not. It's just like, okay, well, that's not going to work.
This would be an interesting Taylor Jenkins spot. And Dewey, I'd like to see Dewey in Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If you're a Magic fan, frustrating season for sure. And I don't know. I think the Grizzlies serve as a good reminder to everybody right now that just because you have a cool year, that doesn't mean complacency is good, and that doesn't mean that you are guaranteed going to have the kind of development arc that like the Thunder had or something, where it's like, hey, we get better every year, and all of a sudden we're the best team in the league, and we're a contender, and we have the MVP. Most of the time, if you get complacent, you'll just have like a cool couple of years, and then other teams in the conference will pass you up.
Yeah. But I think if you're a Magic fan, we're not the guys to plug optimism.
I mean, we've shit on Paolo 10 times this episode already.
I feel like there's a lot of people who think like Paolo could be like an SGA level guy at some point. There's a lot of people who think his ceiling is sky high.
I think so. What I've thought this season so far is that like there's a certain inevitability with Paolo now. I think it is inevitable. Whether he gets to like SGA level, I don't know. But the question of like, hey, will this guy ever just put his fucking head down and like pressure the rim and like just abuse the physicality advantage that he has over 90% of the league? I've seen enough this season that the answer to that is yes. And now that I know that for sure, I feel like there's just a certain offensive floor he's going to have. Even if it's like, hey, in the playoffs he regresses or whatever, which it's crazy how many people have just been like, Paolo playoff riser, again, it's locked in. He has not been super strong over the past several games. And I don't want to be like, a hater like you're saying. But yeah, I do think next 3 or 4 years we'll see Paolo become a player with that, like, you know, just regular All-NBA appearances, or at least knocking on the door of that level.
I think, yeah. And we also do. Maybe all our doubts go away once they get competent level of shooting around him. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And I like him. Yeah. Yeah, if they got somebody who could just, like, there was some games where, Jalen Suggs or whoever goes like 3 of 5 from corner threes or something, and they're all off of Paolo driving kicks, and it's like, oh, this is a recipe for, like, it's not going to be like a lock top 5 offense or something, but it's very survivable, and they just, like, can't regularly recreate that. And so, yeah. But yeah, shout out to the Magic. Tough, annoying season filled with injuries, but I think you got a lot of good signs. I don't know. The numbers don't support it, but that little run of Jalen Suggs' first option ball, that was fun.
Suggs' first option. When was that?
It was like right after Franz got the same injury that Paolo got. I swear there was like 5 games where Suggs was just, they were like, please, whatever you can give us, please.
What was his injury again? Was it his lower back?
Suggs?
Yeah. What is he out with now?
That's what he got carted off the floor with, was the lower back, but I'm not sure what, like, ended his season. I think the season was like a knee thing.
I hope he's full recovery.
I know. Arthroscopic knee surgery to remove a cartilage fragment in March, and so yeah, it's not great, but I don't know. I love Suggs. He's so good.
Yeah, he's really incredible.
Like, that's a guy. Hey, Marcus Smart, perimeter DPOY. Maybe Jalen Suggs versus Marcus Smart. Who's to say?
Yeah, he's like Alex Caruso.
Yes, that's a good comp for sure. Okay, I'll timestamp this. Magic funeral, all that shit. Do you want to do Knicks Pistons, Wolves Lakers, Clippers Nuggets? What are you thinking? Or Warriors Rockets even. I didn't write anything down about them, but yeah.
Wait, is that So yeah, may as well talk tonight's games, cuz
okay.
Yeah, we'll say Pistons, Knicks. Well, should we say Nuggets, Clippers? No, may as well. We'll do there, and then we'll do tonight's games.
Yeah, we don't have to hit Pistons, Knicks in this episode.
Yeah,
because it'll go 7 games. Pistons are winning Game 6, baby.
Dead spot in the court. It killed Jalen Brunson's ankle. Wow.
Tonight's game, or do you want to do Clippers Nuggets first?
Clippers Nuggets first.
What
a ride! I can't believe they're up.
Oh my god, it's so insane. Those 2 wins felt. It's like flipping a coin and seeing it land on its edge. That's how those first 2 wins felt. Where it's like, dude, how the fuck did they win that game? That's so crazy. I mean, the Russell Westbrook win in Game 1, that's one thing. But the Aaron Gordon dunk, like, genuine miracle moment. Insane. Like, they deserved to lose. They could not break a zone. Everybody played like shit. And they still won. They deserved to lose. And so to come off that and get finally, oh my God, the Jamal Murray game. Oh, that was incredible. That made me feel so good. His most points outside the bubble in the playoffs ever.
Yeah.
43 points. Better than Kawhi's game? Many are saying. I don't know. Who's to say?
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, let me see. What was the finals?
What was Kawhi? Kawhi, it was like 15 of 19.
Yeah, Kawhi, 39 points on 15 of 19. But, hey, Jamal, 43, 81% true shooting. I think Kawhi's was like 92% true shooting. 8 of 14, 1 free throw attempt, Jamal Murray. Hey, when you get like this, it's like, hey, I could delude myself into anything. I could do anything when it's like this.
Really, like this kind of production. Oh, I didn't even realize Jokic had that bad of a scoring game.
It was awful. It was one of the worst scoring games I've seen from Jokic in the playoffs in the entirety of his career.
Yeah, that's crazy. So really, if you could just get this starting lineup, like even with Jokic's scoring chart, like I would take that built in if you just get enough from these surround. This starting lineup when all things are firing, is good enough to compete with like even the Celtics and Thunder. I feel like if they're making threes and everything,
And
but
if the bench is good.
But that's what killed it.
Yeah.
The bench is not, and the bench in this game was just Westbrook, and he had an incredible game. 21 points on 15 shots, 3 of 6 from 3. I mean, probably one of the better Westbrook playoff games ever.
Just another Tuesday for Damian Lillard.
Oh my God! To put Damian Lillard on this bench post Achilles. Actually, maybe not.
No, we'll see on that front.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He's already bad defensively, so the very low floor for that guy.
Yeah.
Coming back. But we got 2 points from Najee. 2 points. Wait, Hunter Tyson was in this game? Was it in garbage time?
Yeah, they Clippers cleared their bench with like 3 minutes left, I think.
They did it a little early, no? Like,
I mean, in the sense that like you're coming off a game where you came back from 20 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, you probably gave up hope a little bit, but this one was clear. It was more, Nuggets foot on the gas, so to say, because Nuggets were up, I think, 16-17 to start the fourth, and the Clippers made a run. They cut it to 8 points, and then the Nuggets bumped it back up, and I think Ty Lue was just like, hey, we're going every other day now after this. Kawhi and Harden are older, and so it's like, I just, cut your losses. Let's go back to L.A.
Let's get him in front of the wall. See what happens.
Jokic's free throw shooting. I'm losing my mind, dude.
What is he at?
For the series, I'm not sure. He went 4 of 5 in this game.
Yeah.
5 of 6 in the last game. 3 of 4. Am I making up a game? Where did he just go? Oh, 6 of 10. That's what it was. 6 of 10 when they lost to the Clippers in game 2. And
that's when he missed 2 in a row at one point, right?
Yeah, and the Nuggets, they lost by 3 and they left 8 points at the free throw line, which I think that was a similar story to the Clippers in game 5. They lost by more. It was more of a blowout, but I'm pretty sure the Clippers missed like 8 or 9 free throws in this game.
The Rockets are having real free throw issues.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of, I don't want to say it because it's going to jinx it. Kind of a lackluster James Harden and Kawhi game.
So Kawhi, we got a little tricked. He's not.
We got
full
carried
Kawhi.
away. And all of the anti-Kawhi people on my timeline, this is like they're you fucking morons.
How are you anti-Kawhi?
Well, they just don't believe that like healthy Kawhi is like this mythological figure that you and I are talking about. If he was healthy for his whole career, not like right now or whatever, which I think they also don't agree with, but like the way you and I talk about, like, hey, if Kawhi's healthy, that's, LeBron, KD, and there's like a third one of those guys just floating around the league for 10, 15 years. They don't believe that. And so seeing everybody else.
That's an insane take.
I don't know. Seeing everybody else say it, I think makes those people very upset. Because, yeah, they've been fucking victory lapping, and they were yesterday, too.
And like even still, like this is a game where Kawhi had 29 and 11 on 15 shots. I mean, he shot poor from 3. If he just makes 2 more threes, I mean, this is we're putting this in the history books still.
Really,
and a steal and 2 blocks. So yeah, he wasn't even that bad.
Really, this is the Harden game, I would say.
This was a stinky Harden game. This is But what is it? He's been. Is this his only bad game of the series?
I mean, I would say last game wasn't great. 15 points, 11 assists, 55% true shooting. He went 5 of 11 from the field, and what is that? 4 of 9 from 2-point range, with 4 turnovers. Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
So he's only had one explosion game.
Game 1 was incredible.
He is worse than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not to say game 3 he was pretty damn good. 20 points, 9 assists. But yeah, this last one, just the engagement was weird. He was like not not urgent enough, like running the offense, being aggressive, anything like that. It was very strange to see.
And he's getting targeted more on defense now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so when this team, yeah, we kind of programmed them in for good Harden and good Kawhi. But if that doesn't happen, then it goes back to a series where it's like, okay, both these teams don't have great depth. And then now it's Jokic and superstar Jamal versus.
I mean, that's really what it is. It's like game 4 was a Jokic, like insane Jokic game, where he just kind of, I mean, they blew the big lead, and that was not good. But I would say they blew that lead because they couldn't get him the fucking ball in the middle of the floor. That's why they couldn't break the zone, is because he touched it like twice during that run. But yeah, that was a game you win because Jokic is the best player, and then you win game 5 because Jamal was the best player.
And they wasted a Chris Dunn game, 6 of 7, 3 of 4 from 3 in this one. What a bummer. So yeah, I don't know. Are you confident going into the next? Do you think the Nuggets will win the series?
I mean, I guess. Win one of the next 2, or you suck ass. You know, if you lose back-to-back games, fuck you. I get that's how I feel about this. That's how I felt going into the fourth quarter last night. I was like, hey, 17 points. If you make me sweat this out again, I'll kill you. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to count out that kind of Kawhi performance, even though it hasn't like permeated the series. It hasn't popped up again. It's like, hey, if he could do that, and then it's just always kind of lurking in the background. You see him make two mid-ranges, and you're like, oh no, here we go. And Harden to a similar-ish extent, but yeah, I would say I'm confident-ish the Nuggets will win this series, but the Clippers have not been. These last 2 games have been bad Clippers games. They have not played like they did to start the series, and I don't think it's entirely because the Nuggets have just been like better defensively.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Kawhi says it's not you.
This is a good exploration of how much just like a really hard, pressure on that ball screen. We're just doubling you, and if you can get it to Zubats, we'll scramble and we'll try to stop that. This is a good exploration of how much that has worked. It's made Kawhi pass the ball, it's made Harden pass the ball, and Norm Powell's good and everything, but still.
Yeah, he didn't pop off in this game. Zubats had a big game, 27 on 15 shots. He's really just a monster. But yeah, if this team isn't going to get those kinds of performances from the high-end talent, then they're very much in the same situation, because this is they got a good Bogdanovich game off the bench, but still this bench is pretty barren. Dang, Batum played 21 minutes and scored 0.
Yeah, and that's crazy because he was like one of the difference makers in the Clippers blowout. He could not miss from 3. And he's still good defensively. He had a couple, he broke up a couple, Jokic plays, passes, whatever. He makes an impact. But 0, it's inexcusable. In 20 minutes, you got to score some.
Yeah, and so going forward, I mean, I don't want to lean to. I would lean towards towards the Nuggets, just because Jokic is always Jokic. This is kind of an aberration. But as for, it wouldn't be crazy if over the next 2 games Jamal Murray's stinky, Michael Porter Jr. stinky, and then Kawhi and Harden get back on track and they just wreck them.
If Jamal goes back to being straight up not good, I'll lose my mind. Come on, dude, please.
And I will say I do think Denver OKC would be a more interesting series, just by virtue of Jokic and a team that doesn't have a big meaty playing them will. Well, I don't know, because they're very difficult in other ways, but I want to say like it might feel like Rock Lee taking the weights off, like the ankle weights off. Like God,
That would be
no
so sick. My
no
post-ups work
Zubats.
again. Are you serious?
Yeah, I can. Maybe he'll be even stronger.
Now I
'cause
can
of
move more freely. And then he just fucking teleports around Chet or whatever. Yeah.
How does Hartenstein guard him historically?
Pretty good. It's more so there's just this paranoia of, when he spins or whatever, he's not as bad as like Zach Edey or someone at like bringing the ball down. But when Jokic spins, the ball's it's there, it's around. And OKC, you spin into the middle of the paint, there's 10 guys that are just like jabbing
Biting
at the
at
ball.
your ankles.
And so yeah, it's just moving the ball in the half court at all against OKC is just very paranoia inducing. You always feel like you're throwing an incredibly risky pass, it seems like.
Yeah, and then when we think about like I would be much more excited about Clippers OKC if it was just metronome Kawhi, like just masterclasses game by game. But it's very easy to just envision a world where this latest Harden game is every game because he's just getting hounded by Case and Wallace and Alex Caruso and Jada
And really,
or whoever else.
I mean, if Kawhi's
And
like he
Dort.
was in that game, then nothing matters. But like a lot of J-Dub is like it's like, what is this? Why are you copying me? And J-Dub's like, it's not you. It's like, hey, stop.
It's great. Dort was guarding prime Harden,
Yeah.
as good as anybody.
And Dort, I mean, he probably still wants payback for Harden blocking him in the bubble or whatever.
Oh, that was pretty epic.
That was because they said Harden couldn't play defense. Guess he showed them.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Yeah, so I do think the Nuggets will get one of these, and I think they'll be interesting in when they have their starting lineup against the Thunder, and then they'll just lose by 1,000 anytime the bench
It's
goes.
so funny to start the sentence. They'll be interesting when they have It's interesting, like the way a car crash is interesting or something, and it's like, hey, before they got clipped by the semi, when it was just two sedans hitting each other, that was cool. But then the semi came afterwards, and that just kind of made it a little bit one-sided. Yeah, what was I going to say? Something about the Nuggets. It would just be crazy to win this This is like, to get this level of impact from Jokic, which I thought he was a really good passer in this game. I think like the 12 or 10 assists, whatever he had to one turnover, he was very impactful. To get this bad of a Jokic scoring game and win, and to then lose 2 straight, that would be so frustrating. Because it's like, you got to figure there's a great Jokic game in here in one of the next 2.
It's crazy to survive the bad Jokic scoring game and the fourth quarter collapse game.
Yeah.
Like, those should be 2 Clippers wins.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, shout out to the fucking Nuggets, man. Oh, my God. That Aaron Gordon dunk, I literally fell to the ground. It was so sick. Oh, my God. Let me timestamp this bitch. What are we at? 117? Timestamp that hoe. Oh, fuck. I didn't timestamp the Nuggets one. Shit. Okay. You want to do tonight's games?
Yeah, so make your predictions. Warriors Rockets, do they close it down?
Yes.
Timberwolves Lakers.
We're going back to wherever we go next.
All right, so Warriors Rockets first. The same issues persist. It's just not enough shot creation for this Rockets team. And now Jimmy is back. Wait, what did they do last game?
He hurt his butt again last game, I swear. It was towards the end, but they punched him in the ass.
Oh yeah, last game we got 26 from Pajimski. So, yeah, we're done so.
It's just crazy what a tidal wave that feels like if you're the Rockets. It's just like, please, I'm drowning. Damn it, we got the bad Steph game, but Pajimski has 26.
Yeah, and it's and we did have a good Van Vliet game, and they had a poor Steph game.
Yeah.
But the most surprising thing, like, it's crazy how important Steven Adams has become in this series. It's crazy how important Steven Adams' rim protection has become in this series. He's like a legit. He's anchoring this defense
Yeah.
somehow, and they're doing Hacka Adams to just begging him to take him off the floor.
It's
because
crazy.
he tore his Achilles, right? That's what
Yeah,
he did.
he had major knee surgery last year. I don't know if it was Achilles. It might have been ACL, but regardless, for a 7-footer who's been, just a goon for this long, everybody's just beating the shit out of, well, not a goon in that sense, but like, yo, like a hockey goon, gooning on ice, if you will. Yeah, for a guy who's been around that long and been this physical of a player, to have this kind of a resurgence, it's been so cool. And I was shocked that Ime didn't like close the game with him. I know he was out there for like I think maybe the final 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Once the Hacka Adams became, not feasible. Steven Adams 2 free throws is often better offense in the half court per possession than the Rockets have been generating. If you get 1 point every trip down the floor, you could do a lot worse if you're the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, and it's just the Draymond matchup for Şengün is just too tough to generate like better offense than that, and then no one else has anything. Steven Adams, it was a PCL, but Steven, like, I don't get, how old is he?
He's young.
He's 2013 draft.
I think he's 30 right now. If he's the same age as Giannis, that's
he's
crazy.
31.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh, he'll be 32 in the summer.
Yeah, I mean he's just, like we talked, he was drafted and then he immediately started going to war with those Thunder teams, and so we've just seen him in so much postseason basketball. He just feels like he's been around for forever.
And he's going to be he'll be an incredibly interesting free agent. He's unrestricted.
Hey, Denver. Nah, whatever. Don't do anything.
No, that'd be pretty sick.
Nah, dude, just run it back. It's fine.
Do you have 12 mil? That's what he's making now. 12.6 mil.
No, the fuck, dude. Play with Jokic, you get an extra $20 million on your contract. So that's all it is.
Yeah, so, Şengün had 31, but it came on 28 shots. He missed 3 free throws. Amen Thompson, we did, so this wasn't even that bad. It was a scoring game from him.
Hey, minus 17.
Was he really?
He was a minus 17 in a 3-point loss.
Yeah. So it's...
And part of that is, because Adams is good. Sorry to cut you off, but, he goes out so they can run the double big lineup or whatever, and that is immediately super successful. And so it's like, hey, the plus-minus, maybe that doesn't paint the entire picture.
Yeah, and it's just... How do I even say this? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. So, he's the best athlete in the NBA. Everyone says that. But we have an answer now. He doesn't have the rest of it to fully maximize it in the half court. Him attacking the rim should be way better than it is. It should look like Ja. But I guess the separating factor is the handle. But I feel like he just jumps so early all the time.
Not the touch.
His touch is, yeah.
Well, Ja's touch it's like Jokic or Zion level. Ja gets it on the rim and it stays there for half an hour.
Yeah, he's got around the rim. Derrick Rose had around the rim touch, but he had no 3-point touch. Amen's touch around the rim isn't that great either.
And then also his flexibility. If we're doing the Ja comparison there, if you're wondering why it is Ja, he beats somebody and there's a second guy right in front of him, but he uses his momentum in such a crazy way that he stretches his arms to the other side of the hoop or something and just goes around them in midair. And Thompson is much more of I think with time will be more of full momentum. I'm 6'7", I'm gonna bump you midair and I'll finish it and I'll get the and one or whatever. But right now, that's it's just not in his wheelhouse, and so it's pretty rough.
Yeah, he did have one play where he was like just went full on downhill, and it was Quentin Post tried to get in his way, and it was like Quentin Post just landed before him, and it was insane, and he was able to finish around it. But it's way too much, just like out of control almost, just like jumping side to side, throwing up these funky touch shots. It's like you're just completely nerfing it, and
It feels very
Zion,
Palo. Like, if we want to be consistent about, like, oh, you have these physical advantages,
Yeah.
but we're not, like, you're not doing what we want you to do. It's the same shit where it's like, why did we end up with a mid-range there? It's a closer mid-range. You get, like, a 6-foot weird little jumper instead of Paolo's, like, elbow settling or whatever. But it's still like a touch shot when you're a billionth percentile athlete. It's crazy.
Yeah, and so I'd like to think that there's a world where the handle gets better, and then he can be like Ja and Zion. But I don't know. It's a little tough to imagine. So he's definitely got to get better.
The defense is a saving grace, at least. Like, if you want him to be franchise guy, that has to happen. But it's not as make or break with, like, Zion or Ja, where it's like, this is your franchise guy, or it's
Yeah.
pretty difficult to have this guy on the team in, like, an ancillary role. But Amen, I mean, I feel like he's super scalable even with all of these issues.
Yeah. He's a better passer, or he's a good connective passer.
And he's a great cutter, too. Like, if he was playing with I mean, I don't even mean to shit on Şengün, but, like, if he was playing with, like, genuine, high-level passer, someone just dropped something on the floor above me. That scared me. Yeah, if Amen was playing with, like, a better floor general, like Halliburton or something, that'd be crazy.
It's Jalen Green ended up getting benched at the end of this game, right?
Yes.
So that's not super surprising. He wasn't playing super duper well. Yeah, this has been a decent Jabari Smith series. I think he's showing like the kind of defensive value that he can bring. He's a big guy. Oh shoot! Wait, am I here? Wait, do you hear me? I got a little notification. It says trying to reconnect.
I hear you.
All right, I don't know what's going on there.
That's bizarre.
But yeah, I think the series is probably over, but it's still positive momentum for the Rockets.
Yeah. This is the one where I'm like, hey, we just saw the Grizzlies do it. Don't stagnate. I think you need to make a couple of difficult decisions. I really don't want to see them run Jalen Green back on this team. Rockets fans really don't either, it seems like. If you could pull off that Booker trade with him at the center of it, I would absolutely pull the trigger on that. If you could pull off the Kevin Durant trade with him at the center, I'd pull the trigger on that too. If you could get him and, like, him, Amen, no, I want to keep Amen. I want, like, it's not untouchable, but, like, if you could get him, picks, Reed Shepherd, and some shit, and that's what you ship out for Giannis, that would be ideal, I feel like.
What's it called? And I do think I want to believe in Şengün's touch coming back, because there's so many shots that he's been making the past couple years that he gets now, like these little short touch shots. Obviously, he doesn't have GOAT level touch like Jokic, but he hasn't had bad touch before.
It's so
now.
funny to be like, have his build where it's like, he's an incredible athlete, obviously, but, like, looks doughier. And so, like,
Yeah.
no, not even shredded or anything. Doesn't come back, like, incredibly bulked up. The touch just disappears.
I really, it's so frustrating. And I still, the touch was so good. I thought he could be a jump shooter. I really think that everything becomes so much easier if he just starts making threes. But if he stays at this level offensively, then things get a little rough. But also, he played 42 minutes in this game. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Steven Adams, we're now learning, like, that's almost a necessity. Steven Adams or someone Steven Adams adjacent.
There's no one who does what Adams does. The Grizzlies are low-key learning that the hard way, even though I think he was fine. Like, I don't think he was the reason they lost or anything. But yeah, that combination, he's one of the best offensive rebounders I've ever seen. he's been incredible defensively, and he's like important as a screener and everything. And so yeah, losing him. It's just crazy that their season has developed in this way, where it's like this is easily our best lineup, and it might just be gone next year.
So here are the box out leaders. Oh wait, let me go to the regular season. So what the heck? Who's Tolu Smith? Detroit, 24 games. Wait, who is this?
I don't know. He's boxing out though.
Tolu Smith. Where did he play at Mississippi State? Yeah, I didn't watch this guy. He doesn't. Huh. But, well, I guess when Tolu Smith is in the game, he's leading the league in box outs. All right, Sabonis is up there in box outs.
Yeah, fake stat.
Bam, Towns, Hartenstein, Edie, Şengün. Yeah, so none of these. It doesn't feel like Steven Adams when they do box out. So yeah, he's incredible. I wonder if they have the space to keep him, but they also have a high pick, correct?
The Rockets? I think they have the Suns pick.
Yeah, and what is that right now? That is number 9.
I'll run a sim.
So they could theoretically get a bit like maybe I don't know Thomas Sorber.
Come on.
But yeah, but he won't. He's not that guy rebounding wise.
He's big. Just yell at him until he does.
He's huge, yeah, and he'd be better on the perimeter defensively and stuff. But yeah, this is a team that's building good, but yeah, they don't have enough guns. I think they're outgunned here. From the Warriors' perspective, yeah, we got a good buddy defense game too.
Yes, he's literally
so
Klay Thompson now.
They're so openly mean to Buddy. It's so funny. Like Jimmy Butler's always making fun of him. And then did you see the video of Steve Kerr where he's like, "I'm gonna say something I've never said before. Something no one ever in the history of the world has ever heard. Great job setting the tone defensively, Buddy." And then everyone's like, "Ah."
I saw someone the 100 members is a gorilla thing. I could say this as a guy with big teeth. Someone said Buddy Hield versus 100 apples, and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna need way more than that." And someone in the comments said, "Buddy Hield, Travis Hunter, 1,000 apples," and they're like, "No,
oh, no.
they're decimating those."
Yeah. So I think the Warriors will close it tonight. I think we'll get a Steph Curry vintage closeout game. I actually have no memory of what he's ever done in a closeout game, but it seems like something. It seems like something. Sounds like him.
Sounds like him. Yeah, I don't know. Coming off a bad game, what are the odds you get back-to-back bad Steph Curry games? Pretty bad.
Impossible, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll put Pablo's life on it.
Put my life on it.
Put my life on it.
If I die, open a portal to hell. Let the demons run rampant.
Okay.
Now everyone's rooting for me.
Come on, let's go, Steph. Yeah. What are the odds you get back-to-back Fred VanVleet games? Not great.
Did he have a kid?
No, I don't.
Wait, didn't
so.
we just get back-to-back? Was he good the game before?
I didn't feel. I mean, this last game, even though I think he finished pretty poorly efficiency-wise. Any amount of 3-point shooting to this degree is life-saving for the Rockets.
Yeah, and then so finally we got Timberwolves Lakers tonight. I'm blown away by Anthony Edwards. He just constantly I put a ceiling on him. I say, he's got these limitations. Then he punches through
the glass ceiling. It's the ceiling that we put on Anthony Edwards famously.
Yeah, it's and also I'm so passing pilled that when I watch the Lakers do this, people I watch these breakdown videos on YouTube by smart people, and they're like, watch where they send the help. Look at this genius scheme by JJ Redick, and I watch. I'm like, good passing nerfs that. Quick, he's open. Just pass.
Yeah, and make the pass. Come on. That's why
Jokic
is so fun to watch, because he just does it.
Yeah. They're like, he's got two guys in his face. That pass cut off. I'm like, I don't know. I see it from here. I don't know.
Me, bird's eye view of the court. It's right there. What are you doing?
I mean, I could probably throw that one. But yeah, so once you get over the hurdle of like, what the heck? once he's like, God, I have 100 guys coming at me. What do I do? Once you get over the hurdle of where and when they're coming, and really like his development of his handle is crazy because he's just.
I saw. Did you see Ben Pfeiffer's tweet about it?
Oh yes, he a video of him as a prospect.
Yeah,
right?
where he just dribbled it like off, and he was like, "This guy could literally not dribble. He was like a baby as a prospect, and now he's like, tween, cross, hezzy, boop, boop, bow."
And that's something people will never believe you. Like I had Anthony Edwards 5 in 2020, which was obviously too low. But people think like, no, I was there in 2020. I saw the mixtape.
He was
crazy. He was making threes, and he was the most athletic dude in the world in the mixtape. So obviously he was no brainer. But no, he couldn't really dribble. He couldn't pass. The defense, he was not locked in at all. He's talking about, I'm a football player. And I'm also a rapper.
It's so crazy that
basketball.
none of that matters at all.
None of that matters at all.
Those are the biggest red flags in the world. He can't dribble, can't pass, can't defend. He's lazy, and he's
going to have 10 kids with 10 different women that he does not care about.
That he tells fuck off. I'm not dealing with it right in public. They talk to him in the post-game press conference, and he's like, "Shut up, bitch! I'm talking right now." And he's the best player in the world.
There's going to be ownership trouble. There's going to be legal battles between the owners. He's going to be in a locker room with Towns and Rudy Gobert. And somehow this is all going to work out. And he's just going to become all right, so he's actually going to become a top 5 shooter in the world. He's actually going to be one of the best defenders, he's a great on-ball defender. He's a great secondary rim protector for the position for a 6'5" guy.
I don't even know. It's not even like he will be that or whatever. It's like, what you're imagining right now, looking at how athletic he is? He locks in. He locks in,
really.
baby.
He's just going to live up to his potential in every conceivable way. And I always say this, like, him and Jalen Green were similar to me, and I was like, I'll bet on Jalen Green. I think he's more. I think he'll fix everything. But no, we could very easily live in a world where Anthony Edwards and Jalen Green are the same dude, or vice versa. But I guess Jalen Green never had the power elements.
That's what defines. He's thick. There's a thickness there.
He was probably never going to be the defensive player, but offensively, I would have bet my life that he would have been a better shooter, but he's not. So yeah, Anthony Edwards. It's like, once you're comfortable handling in all the traffic and the crowds, and you realize like this guarantees that somebody is open. Then it just becomes, okay, this is a Lakers defense that's leaving shooters open and still has no rim protector. Yeah. And so I do feel comfortable that the Timberwolves will close this out. And it's so insane that he's been the best player in a series where LeBron is playing good two-way basketball.
He's trying his ass off.
Yeah, it's LeBron when he thinks he has a chance. And Edwards is still better, and I guess it's bad Luka.
Well, I want to talk about Luka. That's what I'm. It's awful defensive Luka. Zach Lowe throwing a fit Luka.
Yeah, that was so funny. Why is he so bad at the beginning of every series? Why does he have to? He's like a deadline defender. As the deadline gets closer, he's like, fine.
I'll navigate the screen. It's a screen. It's supposed to take me out. God, you're such a tryhard. Yeah, the defense, unlivable, and he was largely the target of Minnesota's fourth quarter dominance in Game 4. And also the playmaking. What is he averaging assists in this series? Let me look it up. Lakers stats. Yeah, because I swear, the big takeaway here is that get this motherfucker a roll man now.
Yeah, they desperately need the 5 for the rim protection and to give LeBron and Luka a lob threat, because you're really just you're taking away the battle.
5 assists per game, dude. For Luka Doncic.
Is he a roll man merchant? Is he an alley-oop merchant?
What's 18 divided by 4? Is that 3.5? Am I tweaking here?
You can't ask me that, dude. 4 times 4 is 16.
It's
so
4 and
a
a
little
half.
bit more than that.
It's 4.5. What do you round 4.5 to?
4.5. So 4.5.
Yes.
So that actually goes up to 5.
Damn, 5 assists to 5 turnovers per game. Not
Ah!
ideal. Yeah, no.
That's Cade numbers.
It's we're lucky we didn't, because I wrote this down. Cade. Do they matter? I'm maybe.
Do Luke do assists matter?
Well, yes, but do turnovers
sure.
matter is the question. And Cade's no. But
Do Luka's?
well, Luka, it's just like I'm not sitting around saying Cade's like the best passer I've ever seen or something. And
No, you're saying that.
No.
You said I saw you on the news. You said it.
oh shit, it's fake news. They had me at gunpoint off camera.
Oh,
It was crazy.
shoot.
They're doing, we're doing man on the street stuff. Say you like Cade Cunningham. Detroit's crazy. Yeah, no. So Luka, I mean, this level of playmaking, and part of it is like, everybody has something that they need. If Jokic doesn't have shooters, his assist numbers will be worse. I still think he'll be like a better passer or whatever, but this is like something that kind of fundamentally alters the way he's able to pass the basketball. If the lob threat isn't there, the paint scoring for Luka is worse. Because is this a lob? Is this a floater? Am I going to lay it up?
Yeah.
Like, none of that is available to him anymore. And then his offense is predicated way more on the hot three-point shooting, which, what is he? 37% on volume in this series, nearly 10 attempts a game. That's not terrible or anything, but, for a guy who's supposed to be this overwhelming offensive force, the roll man, it's a key part of his game, for sure. And I don't know. You can find one, for sure. Jackson Hayes, easily replaceable. Like, you can upgrade from that, no problem. But just finishing this series, that stuck out to me as like what's limited Luka.
I was thinking last night about a guy who's probably going to be available. Well, do they have a first round pick at all? Let me make sure.
I think because no, they might not.
They lost to it. They lose it to Atlanta. They would have 22, but it's Atlanta gets it. Do they have a second round pick?
Is this guy still going to be on the board?
Tankathon doesn't have it. He might be there in the second round. I don't know what kind of momentum. But what if I told you there was a guy with elite rim protection, elite finishing, his entire. Here, I'll just read you his.
Hey, they have
stats.
their 2025 second round pick.
Okay. Do we know when that will be?
No, I don't know anything like that. I'm on Fanspo.
Ah.
Baca.
Yeah, so there's a guy who this past season, he's an old guy. He played 5 years of college basketball. Averaged 19 points a game, 9 rebounds, 2.7 blocks a game. And then I'll read you his true shooting percentages year by year. Hold on, a Home Depot pop-up ad. These bastards.
God damn it.
Twice.
We're not building anything.
I can't believe. Am I just not allowed to click this tab? What's happening? This is nuts.
What player are you describing to me?
His name is Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Oh, Kalk.
Yeah, it might be pronounced cock because I've never. I don't have the sound on, but I watched a highlight video the other day like Kalkbrenner.
Ryan Dickbrenner. Nice.
All right, so as a freshman, 63% true shooting.
Holy
That's pretty
shit.
good for college
pretty,
basketball.
Yeah.
Sophomore, 67.
Holy fuck.
Junior, 73. 68. 68. This guy finishes
Played
everything
5
around the
years? What?
Yeah. True 7-footer. White boy. Creighton University. Lockdown rim protector.
Hell yeah.
Defensive player of the year. And I was looking for videos of him on Twitter to see if there's talk about him. Someone said he can switch onto the perimeter. I don't know. So, and frickin' cough break.
He's coughing on Kalkbrenner.
No. I need to. There's no Creighton games. There's 2 Creighton games on YouTube that are tournament replays, but there's an issue with my downloads, so I can't download them right now.
I've toured Creighton's campus before. It's weird.
Where is it? Is it
It's like
by...
it's in the city. It's in Omaha.
Okay.
But it's got like it's a
Is it
religious
private?
school. You have to
Oh.
you have to take like a theology class to be able to go there or something. And
Ugh.
it's like there's all these weird like wooden doors where it's like, oh yeah, that's the religious part of this building, and it's just like, what? Oh, yeah, but I don't know. Cockbrenner, that'd be cool for them, I guess. I'm Claxton pilled. I won't lie. If you could give up the Mark Williams package to get Nick Claxton, yeah, I would like that.
That'd be cool. I don't know. The salaries work? Well, he's on a good contract, isn't he?
I'll look it up. Let me see. Nick Claxton contract. 4 years, 97 mil. Damn. Okay. That's more than I thought. But hey, so
Well, it's not that much.
it's descending too. That rocks. So
Heyo.
25 mil next year, 23 mil after that, 21 mil the year after that. Through 2027, 28. Yeah. I would like that a lot for them, to be honest. He's like him. That's exactly who you want next to Luka. Or call up Nico Harrison. Give us Derek Lively. What do you need him for anymore? You know.
It's definitely possible. He does it out of spite. I don't know. But yeah, outside of Edwards, McDaniels has been great two-way player this series. He's bullying Luka.
Did he have 30 again in that game we talked about, or that game that like we were commentating on the Patreon episode?
Let me see. Well, in the latest game he had 16.
Okay.
Was it the latest game?
Yeah, no. I think 30 was 2 games ago.
30 was the one before that. But he's been playing well. Naz Reid has been playing incredibly. Two-way
Julius
basketball.
Randle.
Julius Randle's good. Who could have thought?
I got Julius Randle shooter spun the block on me because I was calling him bad at the beginning of the year. And then I quoted on Twitter, I was like, I'm happy that he's playing good playoff basketball. And everyone was like, shut the fuck up. Randall FC never forgets. And it's like, just imagining how dark that person's life has been for like 5 years waiting for this fucking moment is so funny.
Well, to be a Randall truther, you have to literally know nothing. You got to be an idiot. And so, like, they were never in the dark because they're like, any time he puts up 20, it's like, well. They said he
20 and
said
10.
They said he couldn't get 20 and 10. Yet here we are.
Here we are. Bet you doubted Andre Drummond too, didn't you?
Yeah, idiot. But yeah, and they're not even it's been a bad Gobert offensive series. But it doesn't matter. So
doesn't matter.
This is a very good team. So I think they'll close it out. Do you think they'll close it out?
I want them not to. This is the one I would be more intrigued if it went further. Warriors Rockets feels like a foregone conclusion a little bit. But I'm excited. I'll say no. I'll say full force LeBron James, lock the fuck in off 2 days of rest. And maybe this is the first Austin Reeves game. 17 points, 17, 5, and 4. But really bad efficiency for him in this series. So, yeah, if they closed it out tonight, it wouldn't surprise me. Because he has just been otherworldly.
Why does JJ even do the 4 minutes of Jackson Hayes?
Yeah, just to see what's up. Just to test the water. Keep them on their toes.
Could be the day. Could be today.
He starts in the fucking 5 dunks in 2 minutes. I told you.
Told you. My faith is worked out. With the last so Anthony Edwards did lose steam over the course of last playoffs, but we're still in the first round, so hopefully you don't have to worry about that. Who do they play in the next round?
It would be winners of Warriors Rockets.
Okay,
that's
so.
Oh yeah, because it's Draymond Gobert. That's the matchup again. That would be so fun, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And right now I'm feeling the Wolves. I'm feeling a cheeky Wolves.
Especially if Butler's like genuinely banged up. Yeah, that because like 100% Jimmy, that would be, fireworks. We would be seeing domain expansions and shit. But if Jimmy's hurt, I really question the kind of juice that the Warriors have offensively. And I think the Wolves would make it harder for the Warriors to score than vice versa. I think that's like, you want to talk about a size advantage series. They already outsized the Lakers, but like the Warriors, holy shit.
I think if the Warriors and Wolves win tonight, they should have to play right away. They should have to meet directly in the middle.
Utah.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
yeah,
no. Like Idaho, maybe? I don't know.
Let's Google.
Give me a map. Jarvis, show me this guy's balls.
Middle between Minneapolis.
I don't think this Google result is going to give you what you want.
It has to. That's what the internet's for.
I just don't think that's how it's going to work. So I have San Francisco. Where's Minneapolis?
Travel math. Okay. Rawlins, Wyoming. Guys, let's go to Rawlins. Here, I'm going to look up Rawlins.
Ryan Rawlins.
Okay.
So that means the Wolves are winning because he's got the home court name advantage. Oh, wait. Ryan Rawlins is on... Is he on the Bucks? Am I tweaking?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So then, never mind.
Rawlins. He was on the Warriors, wasn't he?
I think. Whatever.
Whoa. Little downtown area?
Guys, let's get this shit popping. Everybody show up. Private jets. Warriors, Wolves, immediately after the game.
Whoa. There's a cool Victorian house. Whoa. Hold on, guys. Let's pull up Trulia. Let's see what rent's looking like.
Okay, I'm on my time. I'm just scrolling Twitter now. I'm waiting for you to pull up something interesting. Well, guys, comment down below what you think I'm gonna have for dinner.
Okay, we got some good rent.
Are you gonna go there?
Maybe. All right, so $4.95 a month.
Oh my God, guys!
Wait,
this is the next.
okay.
This is the next.
All right,
Austin,
no.
Texas.
It's a 200-foot studio. It appears this is a room.
$495
Okay, it's
a
office
month.
space.
It's a parking
office
spot.
space. It's office space. All right. Let's check out this one for $900. What do we have? Okay, this is really rough looking. No, all right, guys. If anyone has been here, let me know. This could be the move. What if the whole Patreon moves to Rawlins?
Okay, all right.
That would actually be.
We all rent out a warehouse, and then we just, bunk beds it.
That'd be so stupid. It's like, yeah, everyone here pays our rent.
Everyone here pays our rent, and in exchange, every show's a live show, just for them.
No requests, though.
No request. Hey, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to talk right now, dude.
And then we don't get signal out here, so we just have to guess what happened at the game.
We're just refreshing ESPN, watching the score go up.
All right, yeah, guys. Not a ton of super nice apartments in Rawlins, so
Dude.
I think I'm out.
Yeah, I think the Rollins experiment's probably losing steam. Sorry, if anybody's already booked your flight out there, cancel it if you can. Get your money back.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
That's enough. That's good.
That's a good episode. You're comfortable with that?
I think it's over. I don't know if it's good, but it's over.
All right, hey guys, episode's over. Leave. Get out of here.
Up tempo means I'm gonna run you into the ground.